sports fans out there, this is Robert with WTP Sports Dudes. Man, we are ready for another edition of What's Happening College Football. We got post-game reports. We got game day slate predictions. We got everything you want on this morning's show. Come on in here and check us out. If you're in there, make sure you hit the like button. You see a whole bunch of our channels strolling across the bottom. Make sure that you tune into those channels, subscribe, hit that like button, leave a comment. If you got any questions for us this morning, put them in the chat because today is the day of all days. Big games all day today. I know you're going to be glued to your TV because I know I am. And let's get it started. I got my man Mossberg of Level Up Sports 10 in the house with us this morning. How you feeling, Mossberg?
Man, can't be feeling any better. We got big game Saturday. Appreciate you having me. Just like to see when the screens is popping off in every direction. High noon today. We got the big game slate, as you said, with so many games on today. I'm going to be eating popcorn, sipping all the coffee possible, mixed with a little water here and there throughout the day, and just sitting back and enjoying the slate of college football week 1.
We also got our man FanDuel Zaya from the FanDuel Zaya podcast with us. He got his Ohio State background back there, so you already know me and him, we beefing until 4 o'clock today. We beefing until 4 o'clock today. How you feeling this morning, FanDuel?
Man, you know, I've been feeling all the beef from you for a few weeks now. I've been feeling the energy. I get it. You still my dog. I love you. After this game in, we're going to be right back how we was, you know what I mean? But y'all know what it is. We back with another banger.
Yes,
back
sir.
with another banger. We also got our Midwest brother from South Bend. I know he's going to be excited about seeing his boys tomorrow when they travel to Miami to play those Miami Hurricanes. We got our man post-game of the Post-Game 86 podcast. How you feeling this morning?
It feel great, man. It's football season, and what a game, a slate of games we got going on today. And then tomorrow, like you just mentioned, Fighting Irish travel to Miami. So, man, it's great. I love football. I'm here for it all.
For sure. We got our man Parlay Poe in the chat with us, who runs the Blitzburg podcast. Everybody out there that's in the chat, drop something in the chat so we know that you are tuning in so we can give you a shout out too. Man, let's go ahead and get into what we witnessed on yesterday. We had a game yesterday between Georgia Tech and Colorado. Georgia Tech 27, Colorado 20. What's your thoughts on that game? What stood out? Was there some bad coaching decisions made in that game? What can you give me on that game?
I would say a much better Colorado team than we thought. I was definitely locked in on this game. Definitely like the Colorado team that was on the field, and we'll be looking forward to see what they do this year even more. I think it'll be a team that can make the playoff. But this Georgia Tech team, you're talking about a 6-year leader in Hayes King. All that's going on this week, 3 touchdowns. That's a different team, and they had a drive where they just went to the passing game. And to make a drive happen through the passing game when you're known to run the ball, that showed me a lot with Georgia Tech. But I've seen a lot on both sides. I think it's going to be a great college football season for both teams. And for Georgia Tech to come out on top, that just shows that leadership they have as well.
Man, Colorado couldn't stop the run at all. You think when you've seen these prime teams over the past years, that was probably a question we should have kind of brought up through the fall, leading up to the season is, will that defense be able to hold up and make stops when they needed to? And we seen that they wasn't yesterday. And also, I thought it was some bad coaching at the end of the game. First of all, Pat Shurmur, your first play you call in your 1 minute drive that you got, you throw a pass behind the line of scrimmage. You got to get the ball down the field. That's first. The second thing is y'all took two plays. Two plays. The clock started at 107. It was two plays within there. And then now the clock is at 18 seconds. That can't happen when you got two timeouts in your pocket. So, I mean, I think we seen this from Dion last year, if I'm not mistaken. At some point, you gotta just give your guys a chance. I know you want to keep a timeout or two in your pocket to hopefully line up a field goal, but you waste those timeouts and hopefully spike the ball later on in the possession in the drive if you need to. You don't keep them though. You don't keep them. You know what I mean? So, I mean, there's some things they can clean up, but I did like what I kind of seen out of Colorado. I think they could possibly still win the Big 12 this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with both of you fellas on some of those points. It was a great game. It's like we did the prediction, man. I said I don't know if Colorado will be able to deal with the physicality of that run game down there at Georgia Tech. Uh, the thing that bewildered me was some of the play calling on offense, maybe more so some of the decisions that Salter made. You seen a play where he had a guy maybe 40, 50 yards down the field and he throws a bomb. But if he would have ran, he had nothing but grass in front of him. And you heard Dion talk about that at his press conference saying, yeah, we know you can throw the ball. You don't got to prove that. Use your legs when you need to. And, like I said, the physicality of Georgia Tech's running game, not being able to capitalize off three turnovers. Three turnovers is crucial. So I'm looking for Colorado to get that offense where it needs to be. I believe they have a lot of potential. And I agree with Moss. I do think Colorado can be a really good team this year. They just got to put it all together, man. First game. So we'll see what they do.
Yeah, I thought they weren't able to stop the run after a while. They got to get to the point where they start addressing the trenches because their trenches were not looking real good in that game, offensive line or defensive line. I think once they get to the point where they can get 2, 3 deep in those defensive line positions and in the offensive line positions, they can be a really good team because they're going to always get the skill players out there. So I feel like Colorado answered every time they needed to answer, except for that last drive, they weren't able to answer. So I think that they're going to be an okay team this year. They're going to be playing some really tough teams in that Big 12. So they're going to have to be able to play better than what they played against Georgia Tech, especially if somebody gives you 3 turnovers. You got to get at least 17 points out that baby, at least 17.
Yeah.
And TTV Try Hard. All of our channels are scrolling across the bottom. Right now, you're tuned in to all of our. I don't know which one you're on. You could be on either one of those on the bottom. But this is WTP Sports Dudes right here, and then we got our man Mossberg of Level Up Sports 10.
Good
Our
morning.
man FanDuel Zaya of the FanDuel Zaya podcast. We got our man Post Game of the Post Game 86 podcast, and we also got our man Parlay Poe at Parlay Poe, and his channel was Blitzberg. So thanks for tuning in and getting in this chat with us. We appreciate you. Parlay Poe, you got anything you want to add about that Colorado game?
Well, their line was trash. Their line, offensive line was trash. I ain't like how that looked. Would you say, Mark? You said they can make the playoffs?
I think with the Big 12, just the way they looked, if they could address that line issue, I think they could possibly make a run for it. I like the way Salter looked, at the QB position as well. So I just think if they address that, and like he said, with the way they turned the ball over, they gotta score off of that. I think they'd be a sneaky team to get in, possibly.
Nah, they got to address that like ASAP because they was coming in that line like I was like on the one play when it was only like 3rd and 3, they came straight in. I was like, what they doing? Trying to run the screen or something? Like because there was no blocking. But other than that, I don't know if they're gonna be a good team though. For me, I don't know if they're gonna be a good team. I don't like how that looked last night.
You know what I did see though? Those two running backs they got, those two running backs are nice.
Yeah,
They
for
need
sure.
blocking. They need
Welch, and the other dude.
Nice.
Yeah, they need blocking, man. I seen spurts of the one little dude. I like he got something on it, but no blocking. Everybody was right there. The linebackers was right in his face. I was like, they need some blocking, man.
Yeah, I think you just got to keep getting better week to week, though. Like we know it's not gonna be all pretty week one, man. This is week one. Your line ain't probably built the chemistry it needs. You got a new starting quarterback. You got new wide receivers. It's new everything around there.
Yeah, but
Also,
you got to do that. You got to do that line first. You get in the skill positions. We know you can get them prime. We know,
yeah,
but can you get the big uglies? You know what I mean? Can you get them big dudes right there? That's what you need. You need them big dudes first. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of running backs out here. You know what I mean? But it's not a lot of dudes that can block or go get that ball. You need to
yeah,
address that first. Get you a good center first
yeah.
automatically get you a good center, and then you need the tackles and build within after that. You know what I
And,
mean?
yeah. And what you spoke on, what you saying, how they went straight through. I think this is the perfect game for him to realize those type of things, getting that center, getting them guys in the trenches, and you going against a Georgia Tech team that's been doing this for years. So them some thoroughbreds too to go against. And like you said, I agree. They definitely got to address that.
Before we move on to that next game, let's talk a little bit about what our man TTV Tryhard. He said, gotta adjust your play calling to your personnel. Were they able to do that in certain times of the game, or do they need to probably bring in a tight end and have a tight end out there to help with some of the blocking? What's your thoughts on that? Did you see them adjusting their play calling to their personnel in that game yesterday?
What you think, Zay? I would say Zay would know, based on when he mentioned about the coaching. I think they would need a tight end. What you think, Zay?
Uh, um, I would have liked to see a little more 12 personnel on the field. Absolutely. Um, do I think Pat Shermer called a bad game? No, I don't. I don't. Like Poe said, bro, it was times where that offensive line looked like they didn't touch nothing. Um, but that's a continuity thing. I think they got the talent on the offensive line. I think they just need to keep getting better week to week. I thought they did a little too much um, bubble screens for me and like swing passes for me for my liking. But that's kind of a Pat Shermer offense. I think they need to involve Salter's legs a little bit more in the game plan.
Okay. What did y'all think about Haynes King? He carried the ball quite a bit and he took some lumps. Can they sustain that all season?
I don't know, dude. Nice though, man.
Yeah,
Dude is nice, man. I don't know if he can sustain it all season, but they gonna get him the ball like that because he a second from breaking that thing though.
yeah,
Every time he get the ball, you be looking at me like, dang. And then somebody grab his leg, whatever. He a second from going to the house, man. Dude, nice, man. I don't know if he can sustain that, but he and with that ACC, they're gonna be out there hitting. So I don't know.
yeah. It's
They got to
good
get
you.
their line together too.
Yeah, it's good you asked that question because that was something I thought about. Just over the years of watching him. Now I'm being in his 6th year and just watching how he continue to get stronger each year. He just have a different dog in him. As we talk about this Hayes King kid, and I think he's letting it all show this year. That was just the start of the season. I think he can definitely take it on as we've watched over the years. But like you said, Parlay Po, there's going to be some hitting in that ACC this year for sure. And that's something I want to see. How long and can he sustain that throughout this season? That's a big question.
Yeah, he can run the ball and he can take quite a few because that's a tough. That kid is really tough. But I wouldn't recommend them running him like they did last night because he won't last too long if they're going to do that. I guarantee you that. Uh, Their running back Jamal Haynes, I would like to see. Well, they'll probably get him more involved. He'll probably take, shoulder the load when it comes to the run game a little more. But man, Haynes King was impressive, and he can throw the ball a little bit too. But I wouldn't recommend them running him like they did last night because he won't last.
Yeah, Donnell
Yeah, I
said he
mean,
need to adopt the RPO game like the Washington Commanders. I think at some point they'll probably institute more RPO, but it's the first game, so they probably just wanted to get out there and try to get a victory in their normal sets. They probably will go to that RPO a little bit more because I think they could use Salter's legs a little bit more than what they did yesterday.
yeah. Hey, and as far as to go for Haynes King, I don't think the schedule warrants him to run that much as he did last night every game this season. I mean, they got Clemson on the schedule, but everybody else they gonna face up until maybe what Duke might be a game where it might be either way who picked the win because it's at Duke and then they finish with Georgia. But every other game on their schedule, I will pick them to win. So I don't really think that the game plan got to be him going into the game running.
Okay,
Yeah, that
okay.
I think that RPO depends on your quarterback too, man. How slick
Yeah,
your quarterback is. Because if your quarterback ain't slick, that RPO ain't for him.
right.
You know what I mean? Like your
Yeah.
quarterback gotta be slick with that RPO because he gonna have to pull it out. He don't know when to pull it out when that defensive end crash in so hard. That's when you pull that thing out. Like boom,
Yeah,
pull that ball out. Everybody ain't looking like that. All these quarterbacks ain't looking like that. Most of these dudes, if you get them, if they coach like that, they ain't coached for the RPO. They be coached for the drop back pass and all that. That RPO, man, your quarterback gotta be special, man.
Yeah. Let's talk about that Auburn and Baylor game from yesterday. Auburn 38, Baylor 24. What's
I ain't
your
see
thoughts
that.
on that game?
Man,
I ain't see it.
listen, Sawyer Robertson only proved what I thought. Sawyer Robinson is the best quarterback in the Big 12, you ask me. Over 400 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Now, the thing is, man, Auburn was way too physical for that Baylor defense. They rushed the ball. The Arnold kid looked amazing running the ball. Baylor's defense has to catch up because the more opportunities they give that Baylor offense, the better they're going to be. Again, man, Sawyer Robinson is the real deal, just like I thought he would be. But hats off to Auburn again, SEC physicality. They won't see a team like that in the Big 12. And I think maybe Auburn is a little better than I thought they were going to be this season.
We talked about Zay. Zay, did we talk about
yeah,
how many 5-star and blue chippers on that Auburn team? They just need to be coached up. We talked about
Yeah,
yeah.
that.
for sure. I
And
mean, listen, post game spoke a lot about Sawyer Robinson. I thought Sawyer Robinson played good yesterday, but he left a lot on the field for me. He missed some throws that looked like layups that should have been layups for me. And I got to take into account that he threw 48 passes. I know you're gonna miss a lot. Miss a lot of. They gonna say you missed a lot in that game, but I mean his completion rate wasn't that high in that game. I mean I like my quarterback to be at 70%. He wasn't close to 70%. That receiver they got though, he nice. I like that tight end Trig. He nice. They gonna be able to do something, man. Like the Big 12 is going, it's open. It's just you throw it in the air and you just gotta grab whatever confetti you can get out of the air. We're gonna see what happens. It's gonna be a lot of different games that's gonna determine that race. But that Auburn team, I said this on stream. I said these teams look so even to me on paper. I gotta go with whatever team got the most talent, and that's what it looked like for Auburn. I mean, their trenches outplayed the Baylor trenches easily. It wasn't even close. So it was a hell of a game, though. Every time Auburn did something, Baylor came back and answered with something just to stay in the game. What they had fourth down touchdowns. Money on the line.
yeah,
So it was a great game, though, man. I'm looking forward to seeing both of these teams and what they can do in their respective respectable conferences.
Well, just real quick, when you say his efficiency, two things. You say this team is loaded with blue chips. You got to take that into account. He's not going to see that many blue chips in the Big 12. And first game of the season, y'all.
I like it. As far as in quarterback Big 12, I'm still sold right now on box office Daniels over in Kansas doing what he do. Even though they really didn't play a stiff team this past week, I'm still sold on him. And just Auburn, like we mentioned about the blue chippers and how they could play a big part. We've seen those guys step up, and like you said, in the trenches and just being physical. When Auburn is a physical team, they're a different team in the SEC. And the SEC, as we see, even though it's week one, it could be a conference to watch as well as this Big 12, as we see. So I like the win for Auburn overall.
Yeah, anytime you got a SEC team or a Big Ten team facing anybody in the country, man, you know it's going to be physical. I knew going into that game that Auburn was going to be able to out physical Baylor, and that was going to be the difference in the game. I knew they were going to be able to run the football. I knew they were going to be able to stop the run and force you into a one-dimensional game where you had to pass a lot, especially if you get behind a team that can control the clock with their running game. You're going to have a hard time. And we all know that Auburn has a lot of talent on that team, man. It's
Yes,
just
they
a
do.
matter of those coaches getting that talent out of them. And we've seen them get a little bit of that talent out of them yesterday. Now, them giving up 24 points to Baylor, that ain't looking too good because once you get into SEC play, you can't afford to give up 24 points because the team you're going up against is probably going to limit you to way far less than 38. But I like that win that Auburn got. They're off to a good start. Hopefully they continue that momentum. I didn't get to see a whole lot of Jackson Arnold throwing the football, but they did run the ball really, really well in that game.
So about him throwing the ball, I thought he didn't. He just made good throws when he absolutely needed to. I feel like it wasn't like it's a whole total different Jackson Arnold from last year. I think he just got a bit better talent around him. But he just made a couple throws. He made a couple more throws than he would have last year. I feel like
Yeah.
on some third and longs and stuff, and that was a good sign to see.
More.
Let's talk.
What size coffee you got, man?
And I got that large coffee, man. What you working with over there going to Speedway? You on that medium or you got that extra large?
That's a big coffee, bro.
Listen, shout out to Mickey D's, man. Send me 10 of these on
nice size
Saturday
coffee,
morning.
man.
Definitely.
That look like a big gulp cup, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He got a jug of juice.
Yes, sir. What's in my cup is that coffee. No sugar, no cream.
Hey, you need to start getting that cup ready, man. Y'all ain't hype enough for me.
Man, listen, man. We was just plotting on game day, man, but it looked crazy on TV. It looked like it's impossible.
I know. That's why I keep telling y'all, man. Y'all got to ride y'all's bike down there. Y'all ain't driving down there, man.
Hey, that's why. Listen, I'm gonna go wash my car after we get off a stream, and then I'm gonna get my little situation together. You feel me?
I could
Oh,
dig
yeah.
it.
For sure. Let's go ahead and get into our portion of the show where we start to talk about today's games, get our predictions. Because right now, I think I might be 5-0. I might be dusting y'all right now. But we're going to talk about these games that's on the slate. It's about 4 or 5 games that we're going to make our predictions on. And hopefully y'all can catch up with me because I don't want to go and be 10-0 and y'all got like 5 or 6 losses, especially you, FanDuel. First game we got Utah is favored by 5.5 at UCLA. The over and under is 50.5. What's your thoughts on this game? Can Utah cover that 5.5 at UCLA?
Who's UCLA's quarterback?
I forget his name. What's his name?
And it's not Nico.
Yeah, it ain't Nico.
It ain't Nico. So it ain't Nico, so I'm gonna go with Utah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Utah. I do not think they cover that spread though. I think it's gonna be a very, very close game, and they'll win by a field goal at the end. What's a fly in my head?
This is a tough one, man. Not knowing what, but for Nico to come in and for him to be the backup, that's speaking volumes. I don't know if it's the situation or is this quarterback really that good at UCLA?
No, people think Nico trash.
Man, I'm gonna go Utah. I'm gonna go Utah with this one at UCLA. And this is a tough pick, man. I'm gonna say UCLA win with the points though. I think it's just gonna be a close game. Utah maybe win by a field goal.
So you taking UCLA in the points?
I'm gonna take Utah to win, but I just don't think they can cover that for some reason with it being at UCLA.
In the points. Yep.
You know, I'm like my man that's taking his last show today, man. I always like the wild pick. So yeah, go ahead, give me UCLA and the Rose Bowl and them points today.
Man, I'm taking Utah and I'm taking the points. They're gonna be way too physical for that daggone UCLA team, man. They're gonna be thumping them dudes. They're gonna pump them in, pound them into submission, in my opinion. Because I think Kyle Whittingham's dudes are gritty, they rough, and I don't think UCLA is ready for that. They don't have the kind of money that is needed to get some of them talented players in there, even though they got Nico. But guess what? Nico on the bench. So apparently that team is not looking good at all. So I'm going with Utah and the points.
Hey, it's still a Big Ten team now. Relax. Calm down.
No, they're a Pac-12 team.
I was trying to get some love on there for the Big Ten team. That's why I picked them.
What you think, Poster? Did you already go?
Yeah, I'll take Utah in the points. Devon Dampier, I think, is going to show his behind in this game.
All right. I hope you got that log down, Mossberg, because I don't
got
want
it
no
right.
discrepancy in my score, brother.
I got it right now. I'm gonna do everything. As soon as I get off, just overlook everything. I think you might have lost one, but I ain't gonna talk about it.
I may have.
Nah, you at the top right now.
We got Syracuse at a positive 13.5 against 24 Tennessee. Tennessee is favored by 13.5, and the over and under is 52.5. What's y'all's thoughts, man? Can they cover that 13.5? That's 2 touchdowns, bro.
Man, they're about to get blew out, man. Syracuse got one starter coming back or something like that. Man, Tennessee about to beat up on them, man. Josh Heupel about to make an example of the first game.
Yeah, I'll go Tennessee. I will stay away from the spread. I will take the point, the over. I'll take the 52.5 on this game, but Tennessee.
I'm going the same way. I'm going Tennessee as well. Just Syracuse don't got nothing coming back, like you said, Parlay Poe. I just don't have enough faith in them. If they would have had that Honda that then accelerated into, I would say, a little bit of a Lexus and not a McCord.
No, that's still a Honda McCord.
I just like him. He moved up to a Lexus for me, and then that's just a difference maker, man. I got Tennessee winning this one.
Yeah, I got Tennessee as well. I think the game will be a little bit closer than what people think, but I think Tennessee will take this game.
Yeah, I'm picking Tennessee too. I'm giving them points too because I feel like, listen, they're going to be thumping way too physical for Syracuse. Syracuse is not going to know what's going to hit them in Knoxville, but they're going to be knocked upside their head when it's all said and done. I'm taking Tennessee and that 13.5.
Why do you think every team in the SEC is that physical? Did you see what we did to them their last game?
Okay, let me say this then. That's another reason why they got a bad taste in their mouth from what the Buckeyes did to them, so they're going to take it out on Syracuse. Thank you for that ammunition, brother. Thank you for that ammunition. They're going to really thump them now.
Getting it going.
Next, we got number 9 LSU.
Oh,
plus 4.5 against number 4 Clemson, favored by 4.5. The
Hey,
over and under is 57.5. What's your thoughts on this one?
hey, I know Texas and Ohio State play today, but this can easily be the best game of the night.
Facts.
This right here, man.
Man.
Two Heisman candidate quarterbacks, man. Oh my God, this is gonna be a thumper, man. But you know what? Like I said on string, I'm gonna take with them four offensive linemen coming back. I'm taking Nussmeyer going Death Valley and upset Clemson, man.
Mm.
I take they plus LSU plus 4, right?
4.5.
4.5,
Yeah.
yeah.
Come on, man. I got to take Nussmeyer, man. Yeah, I'm talking about if he want to show something, he got to show something. And then
Yeah.
the coach is everybody sleeping on dude. Their coach lightweight like Franklin too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we talking a lot about this being a big game as well. We know what's going on at noon, but this is one of the games that I think people not really paying attention to. I'm going Noose at Death Valley and at 4.5. You know, Noose has been my guy. I've been watching this kid since a freshman. He's definitely changed the hype around LSU. They really haven't talked about no national championship since Burrow left, really, and he brings that back to that campus. So I'm going LSU at Death Valley. You know, I'm a Seminoles fan, so I think it's going to be the year where a couple teams get in Death Valley and get a win, and this is one of them coming tonight.
Man, listen, man, I'm going Clemson, bro. Brian Kelly got to prove to me he can win this opening game, bro. Who got the better coach? Clemson. Who got home field advantage? Clemson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, TJ Moore, Brian Wesco, Antonio Williams, Cade Klubnik, TJ Parker, Peter Woods. They got all the dudes. I mean, they worry about the little bit of the depth, but man, listen, I don't see no way LSU going in there, knowing their history, knowing who their coach is, and they're gonna go get that win. I just don't see it.
Yeah, fellas, tough game for me to call because I still have nightmares of Brian Kelly coaching big games, and it's not good. So, man, I, I really can't call it, but man, I'm a lean ever so slight to Clemson. I know LSU has great talent, and their quarterback situation. Everything seems gravy on paper, but man, just it's Brian Kelly, man. I can't do it.
I could dig it.
Hey, you hear the pain in post game voice, man.
That Kelly season that Notre Dame had, he like,
Yeah, man. I didn't want to say his name, but I told the coach he like Franklin to me, man. He like Franklin to me.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I like Noose, man. I'm a big fan of LSU. I can't go against him, man. Big game.
This is an extremely hard game to pick. I mean, extremely hard. Because I'm looking at that Clemson team, and they say that this defense is going to be so much better than it was last year. But I can only think about what Texas did to them running the football. They could have rushed for over 400 yards on them. Is that rush defense going to be that much better this year? I don't know. I hear about all these names. I don't know if those guys are going to be able to do it. Then when you talk about LSU, their defensive backs can't cover nothing.
Yeah.
And they got a quarterback they facing that might win the Heisman Trophy. This thing is so hard to pick. But guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go with the better coach. I'm going to go with Dabo Sweeney and them Clemson Tigers at home, and I'm giving them the 4.5 because I think they win by 6.
See, that's what Clemson good on the back end though. It's that upfront stuff, and they ain't never been like that. It's their front seven, but
Man,
on the back end they real decent.
listen, them two dudes is projected to be first round. They better hold it down. I don't want no excuses. The talent is there. They projected to be first round draft picks, bro. TJ Parker and Peter Woods. Y'all better come show up in the play. Y'all better come show up and play.
They don't have to.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Make sure you log that, man, because all these people that's picking LSU, I want them to have that L.
I got it all.
Next up, we got Our man Mossberg's team, number 8, Alabama, favored by 14.5
They don't win up.
at Florida State. The over and under is 48.5. What's your thoughts on this game? Don't do Mossberg too badly with your prediction.
Man. Were they playing at Dope?
We had Dope Campbell.
Dope.
Lord, man. Like, I ain't gonna say 14, but Alabama got something to prove tonight. With their line back and Milroe having that year like that. So Jam Miller out, their defensive lineman, best defensive lineman hurt for Alabama. So yeah, it might get ugly. It might get ugly, but I ain't saying y'all 14 points, but I'm just saying Bama. I'm taking Bama.
I like it.
Man, I got Bama with a smooth old school beating. I think you don't talk to no program like Bama with all the things that Castellano said over the summer. If you can't sit there and back it up, I don't think he can back it up. So I'm going Bama. They're covering the spread. I think this game is going to be over in the first half.
Mo.
Yes.
Ooh.
Wow. Wowzers. Man, listen, man. In order for Florida State to have a chance to win this game, Castellanos is gonna have to go nuclear, passing and running. I think it'll be closer than what the spread is saying, but I just think, man, that bro, you gotta win a game like this if you're talking like Castellanos was. But
Yeah.
I just don't think, bro, it's too many question marks for Florida State, and Alabama is hungry. So I'll take Alabama in this game, Moss. But I mean, again, if Castellano comes out head full of fire, he tossing that ball to Deuce and they scoring, man, anything can happen. It's college football, but I'm gonna get a slight edge to Bama.
Yeah, I'm picking Alabama in this game as well. That 14.5 is a bit much. You're going into somebody else's stadium. I think Florida State has something they at least need to prove. They at least need to be in this game. I'm going to take Alabama to win the game, but I'm taking Florida State in the points.
Man, I just wanted to hear that good music real quick before this 3:30 kickoff because this is going to be a banger and we're going to have everybody in the world shocked. I know what Alabama bringing in. Thank you, Parlay Poe, for giving us that tomahawk chop. And you're going to be thinking about that once Roydell get in that end zone, once that young freshman Boggs get in that end zone, as well as Deuce get in that end zone. And Tommy, he going to do what he do. I just think with all the unknown when it comes to my Seminoles this season, I think that's the great thing for us, for nobody to know what we about. I know what we could do. We just got to get out and do it. Everybody got us as the underdog, 14.5. I see it. I got my nose winning. First game, week 1, in Doak Campbell Stadium. Kickoff for our college football bounce back 25 season the right way.
What's your final score prediction, Moss?
I mean, the last few times we've played, it's been kind of either way. A team gets that win by a couple touchdowns. I'm going 34-24 Florida State.
Why don't you talk about the physicality in this game? Because the Noles been having offensive line issues for 20 years, man. And with this new line that the Alabama got, I think they're gonna try to just crush Castellano, man. I hope he get out of it, but they coming for his head. Trust me.
They trying to rip it off. He shouldn't have opened his mouth. Yeah. He shouldn't have opened his mouth.
Yeah, I love it. I just think we got the players we brought in with Pettis, and then we got another transfer in Luke at the center position. I think having those two transfers, I forget the other two, as well. I think just having them there, I think makes a difference. Coming over from the SEC, playing against Alabama the past few years and actually playing good against them. Pettis from Ole Miss that transferred over to us. I think he's going to make a difference for us on that offensive line this year, and having a great signal caller at the center position, being able to be aware of all of that as well on the line. I think a lot of the unknown for myself and some things which is seeing us play this year, of course, I think it's just going to be a great season, great week one to start.
Yeah, our man Richie Meade is saying that we're disrespecting Joey Aguilar. We're trying to find out who's starting in front of Nico at UCLA. We think Joey Aguilar is a good quarterback that's going to be playing there, starting for Tennessee. We're trying to find out who's the guy who's starting in front of Nico at UCLA, the school that he transferred to.
You want to tell me who UCLA?
I think he's talking to me because I said UCLA is a Big Ten team, and you keep saying everybody gonna out physical somebody, but I don't know why he tripping because I picked Tennessee to win the game.
Yeah. Maybe.
Oh no. He talking about now. He talking about UCLA. We all pick Utah.
I pick UCLA in that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you saying Joey Aguilar is he the quarterback at Tennessee or is he the quarterback at UCLA?
He the quarterback at Tennessee, but I say in the next comment he just put like I don't know.
You said tell me who UCLA's coach is.
Deshaun Foster.
Deshaun Foster, who played there and played in the NFL. He's their coach.
He was a running back, right?
Running back with the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
I think just a different brand of football.
I don't think he's gonna get his players in there right now. I'm saying UCLA they still got to fight, man. They still got to fight.
They got all of those talented basketball players, football players that have played at UCLA. They should have some money out there somewhere that they could get some money up for their NIL, man, or some companies, some businesses, something out there should be doing something to help UCLA get some of the talent that they need to get. Otherwise, they need to adopt the philosophy of Indiana and go get some of them group of 5, group of 6 school team players and fill their roster with some of them that got 3 to 4 years of eligibility left. Something. Because otherwise, they're going to be in bad shape for a while. The game of the day. My number one Texas Longhorns are +1.5. Yeah, that's what I want.
Look at that.
Ohio State is favored by 1.5 in the shoe. The over and under is 46.5. What's your thoughts on this game? And Zay, I'm gonna let you go last since it's at your home field.
Nah, you go last. You the number one team in the country, big dog.
He said, put some respect on the national champs. Appreciate you, Richie Meade. We wasn't going to say nothing, but that freshman class we got, they very filthy. You're going to see a couple of them today, but we'll say that for the post game after we get the win. This is probably this is probably one of the toughest games for me because I've been going back and forth all week in my thoughts. I've been talking to a lot of fans. I'm going to just cut to the chase. I'm going Arch 34-17 Texas.
People don't even score 34 in this game. That's how you know you wrong.
Yeah. Listen, this a pickle. I told you it's gonna be even after that clock run out. So this is gonna be OT. But man, this is gonna come down to coaching, man.
Yeah.
This is about to come down to coaching. Good players on both sides. You know what I mean? This is gonna come down to coaching, man. So this a pick 'em for me.
Can't be no picking when we getting record.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, you're right. I can get a tie though. I can get a tie. Yeah, yeah. I can get a tie, but I don't know, man. That quarterback situation with OSU. and the line situation with Texas. So I'm gonna go Texas, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, I
So,
feel you, Parlay Po. This is, man, I've been going back and forth with this pick, man, since I don't know, after the playoffs. When I first heard y'all speaking on this matchup for week one. Uh man, it's man, two talented teams. You know, they got all world players. Ohio State is at home. Man, I would like to think which team had the better fall camp, built that camaraderie, that brotherhood will probably have the edge because, I can and again, I'm gonna say this. I don't think this is going to be a high scoring game. I don't. I think that both offenses will be behind the defenses, and you'll see great defense being played today. High noon, man. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Texas 17-14.
mm,
Well, you absolutely correct. Post game, this is never a high scoring game. We've only had 4 matchups with Texas in history, and nobody has ever scored over 28 points in this game. 28 just so happened to be the number we hit last year. Just to throw that little food for thought out there. Uh, Poe, you say you're struggling with our quarterback. I mean, a lot of people are. That's because he's like the opposite of Arch Manning, the media guy. You know what I mean? He's not in the media. He don't have that persona to bring that type of media out on him. But people are going to get to know him very well, especially that guy in the top left corner. I got my Buckeyes winning this game 28-21 by a touchdown. I think it's going to be a hell of a game. I definitely think it's not. Nobody's going to get to the 30s. I think we're going to see mistakes. I think it's going to be a lot of things that, just like everybody across the country, they're going to hit the drawing board and be like, we got to clean up these things. It's week one, and that's what it is. But I think my edge is going to come from the two best players, respectively, on both sides of the field, and that 12th man that we're going to have in that stadium.
Yeah, well, without a doubt, I'm picking my Texas Longhorns, and I'm taking that 1.5 that they're giving us. I think that we're going to have the better quarterback in this game, even though he's facing a really good defense. I think the fact that his legs can be the difference in moving the chains on some of those third down shorts. We got that option right there, and I think that's going to be the key for us being able to move the chains. But it's going to really come down to which coaches can make the adjustments in and out of this game and who can run the football the best. Whoever can establish the run the best and be able to keep their quarterbacks on the sideline, and whoever can disrupt their quarterbacks as well. And I think Texas probably has a better chance of disrupting Julian Saint. Even though Texas has these so-called line issues, they always are going to be able to scheme some things up to help those guys out. Otherwise, they would have went in the portal and got a lineman or two if they felt like they didn't have the guys already on that team. But I'm taking Texas to win this game, and I'm taking that 1.5. Thank you for that. And guess what? This guy down here in the bottom, on the bottom right, you're going to see him later on the show with a Texas Longhorn shirt on because he about to lose today.
Well, if that's the case, just know my Texas Longhorn shirt is Muhammad.
Dang.
That's true. It can be Muhammad. It can be Muhammad.
Hey, so Zay,
What's up?
You said y'all had the best player on offense and defense?
Yes, absolutely. It's not even close.
Okay.
It's not even close.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, it's close.
It's not. It's not close.
It's close.
It's not
bro.
close.
It's close.
Hey, listen, we've seen Caleb Downs do this for 2 years in a row. He's been the highest rated player in college football on the defensive side for 2 years in a row. It's not close. What are you talking about? We got to talk about the facts.
I think this is
listen. When he was a true freshman at Alabama, we put his ass in a blender and was killing him.
Did you put him in a blender last year? I don't know nothing about that. I'm not a Bama fan.
You said 2 years. You said 2 years.
I said he's been the best. He's been the best defensive player on college football.
We put him in a blender as a true freshman, and we're gonna put him in a blender today.
Hey, one thing I know about your quarterback is he make errant passes at times when he getting rushed, and he hear footsteps. It's not a
And I
good sign.
And
Let's
he
talk
got
about
legs.
that. Let's
And he
talk
got
about that.
legs to get away. So you're gonna find out today.
I
Yeah,
think
he get away sometimes, not all the time though.
I think arguably, you're looking at the best offensive and best defensive player in college football battling today at high noon. And it's going to be a look off of Arch today, trying to get Downs to bite and trying to go to Mingo on that deep route. So I think we're going to be tuned in for something spectacular. And I'm going to definitely be doubling back once we off the show for another one of these for sure.
Ain't no
Bring
way.
it.
Ain't no way.
It's definitely, oh yeah, I got to get
Ain't
another
no
one.
way.
Oh
You
yeah.
ain't drinking no 24 ounce of coffee, man.
And you come pick me up, Unc. I'm even close to
I ain't
you.
messing with you. You bouncing off the walls with
So you
that.
can take me to Speedway. Now I gotta be up for this day,
You
man.
know
It's
he
just a
need all
great
that
day of
coffee,
football.
man. He be
Hey, that's
working
too much,
26 hours
man.
in a row and stuff, man. He
Oh
need
yeah,
all that
I
coffee.
gotta be up for the day, man. No sleep today, man. I might take me a 30-minute cat nap in between, but I'm good.
Arch throwing 2 interceptions today.
He might.
Two,
Yeah,
He might.
he threw
two.
2 against Mississippi State. This a whole new level.
But
Predictions.
I don't like that one secondary dude y'all got. What's his name? Start with an I.
Igbinosa,
Yeah,
Ignorance.
he trash.
him and Malik Muhammad the same player, so you don't like
Hey,
Malik Muhammad either.
Ooh, ooh,
Malik
ooh.
can get burnt though. Muhammad can get burnt sometimes.
It's getting juicy early, and we still got about coming up on 3 hours till
Yeah, 3
kickoff
hours is nothing, man.
at
You
Man,
high
mess.
what?
noon.
I'm about to hit the car wash, eat some food, stop at a liquor store, and it's gonna be game time.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah. You
Hey,
got
hey,
to.
hey, Poe, I'm drinking liquor today, baby. What's up, man?
Hey, listen. Don't start too early. That's what I'm saying. Don't start too early. That liquor is a different animal.
Man, listen, I already know. I'm gonna touch some of that Hornitos, that tequila, man. That's what I be drinking when I do drink liquor.
Okay.
Checking in from
You
Circle
mess
Lark
with the
Day.
lime or the lemon or nothing?
Nah,
Appreciate you as
nah.
well, Mr.
Like
Mead.
once I start leveling up, I eat banana peppers.
He said,
Okay. Yeah, you might be a real Mexican for real.
he said,
You know what I mean?
put them
Like,
jalapenos on them hash browns when you come up there.
man.
Man,
Hold on. Did you say when you drink alcohol, you chase it with banana peppers?
yeah. When I get to a certain level, I start eating banana peppers. Yeah.
Wowzers. Wowzers.
Wild dude right there. Let's talk about this last question, man, so we can get ready for college game day. What are your expectations of Bryce Underwood in game one? And what should be a nice stat line for him today?
I'm gonna go last.
Yeah, I think they need to put him in every possible situation today. Like, even if they come across fourth downs, I think they need to play aggressive and go for them. You got to do everything. I think he should throw 30 passes today. You got to put him through everything to get him ready for Oklahoma, bro. That's it. This is all we are focused on is Oklahoma. That should be the mindset of that coaching staff for Bryce Underwood. Get him as many meaningful reps and type of play calls that y'all think that he's going to need in his bag for when that week 3 matchup comes up. Stat line, I mean, I can't. It's hard to predict a stat line. I just hope they make him throw the ball a lot.
I say stat line 175 passing, 50 rushing. I think that's a good start for, a touted freshman as he is, and we see how college football is for so far for the first games. I'm looking at him from his shoes to his helmet. I just want to see his presence on the field and the way he command the offense as a freshman with this highly touted $10 million we know that he come in with. But I just want to see what he does on that field as well. I like what he do. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, man, listen, I think Bryce Underwood is going to be an absolute stud. Highest rated quarterback in his class. Compared to Vince Young, of course, he has to prove it, and I do expect him to have some early struggles getting the ball down the field, but that can be fixed. So I think he'll have over 100 yards rushing. I think he'll have probably 150, a buck 50 passing, easy work game. Like Zay was saying, just a dress rehearsal basically for Oklahoma. So work on what you need to work on and get to where you need to be for Bryce Underwood. But I think he's going to be an absolute stud in that Big Ten conference.
Yeah, I would like to see them not necessarily run a whole bunch of design runs for him in this first game. I would like to see them have him throw a bunch of short routes, some screens, because they know their defense is not going to give up very many points if they give up any at all today. I think that they should allow him to see the field, throw the ball, and make sure that if he needs to use his legs, it's just to get first downs, but not necessarily design runs. They could save that for the Oklahoma game. But I think I agree with Zay. They need to put him in every possible situation imaginable, 2 minute, the whole gamut, man, so we can see what he can do in certain situations. But I wouldn't have a whole bunch of design runs for him. I would like to see him get using his legs, maybe 25 yards rushing and close to 200 yards passing.
Hey man, don't be trying to be friends with me, man. We ain't friends till 4 o'clock. What's wrong with you?
Listen. You know I love you. You know I love you, but until 4 o'clock, you're on my hate list.
All right, that's fair with me.
What do you say, Rob? You know that's what moms you say. I'm gonna give you this beat down, but it's all out of love.
All out of love.
All out of love, man.
This gonna hurt me more than it hurt you.
Yes,
What's your thoughts, Parlay?
Well, I want to see, like y'all said, I want to see him throw that rock, see if he can spin it like that. But the knock on is like early camp, he was throwing kind of high, right? So I'm gonna see if he can establish that. We got the big tight end Klein, but I want to see our line be dominant, and I want to see them two running backs. You know what I mean? So Bryce Underwood, I'm gonna see if he can make the long throw to the either side. You know what I mean? You know, the little hitch to the receivers. See if he can do that. How strong his arm really is. But I'm hearing he the real deal. So I ain't seen him. So I only see him on film. So I will be seeing this dude in person tonight. So
I'm glad you mentioned that. I look at a lot of film when it comes to Bryce Underwood, and if the film is what is a product of what we're gonna see, like post game said, man, we're in for something special when it comes to this kid. He's a stud. I'm just looking forward to it. Michigan getting that deep ball back, and I think they found it with Bryce Underwood just based off what I've seen. So we'll be able to see some of that today as well.
They have to talk to him like, man, you don't gotta go out here and be looking spectacular. You don't got to do that. You know what I mean? Our defense gonna hold us down. Just don't make no mistakes. You know what I mean? So
for sure. KT, Mr. KT, I made a video yesterday just for you, sir. So when you get a chance, go to my channel and check that out, bro. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good one.
Y'all on tomorrow?
I wonder why I ain't get the notification, bro. Like that's why I be, man. That be killing me.
When you said, I be having to go and make sure I got all my stuff on. Like I just make sure.
I know all
you
y'all
too
stuff
funny like that. You too funny like that though.
Because it cut mine off.
I got y'all's bells on.
Yeah.
I got everybody's bells on. That's how I seen Pose J's.
Yesterday, yeah.
Them ugly ass J's, man.
I just want to say,
hey, those J's, cold, man.
Parlay Poe, he ready. He ready.
And then
shout out to I was watching the high school games. Caught up with him. Shout out to Mark Moon, man, and what you do with Amari. I caught him yesterday. They played DeSales last night at DeSales, Northland. Shout out to them guys, man. They got a big win at DeSales yesterday. So just talking to Amari before, just a real respectable young kid, and he was ready. Had a little talk with him before his game and during class. So just wanted to mention that real quick. So if you out there, man, as far as in you dads, moms, grandparents, anybody, man, we appreciate what you're doing with the youth as well, and being able to have them playing these sports, because I know it takes a lot to do that. You have to do what you need to do in the classroom. So shout out to you all being that village with these youth as well.
They beat Northland. They beat DeSale. Northland did.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Northland beat DeSales last night. It was 25-2 the last time I checked, late in the third, going into the fourth quarter, I think. And they got the win, man. Big win for them.
They about to be beat up in the OCC.
Yeah, Melissa Brown was at Pickerington Central and Huber Heights Wayne. She said Pickerington Central whooped on them. Yeah, protect Central Ohio at all costs.
You feel me?
Yeah.
All right, y'all, man. We had a really, really good show today. Hopefully, we'll be able to jump on again after the 12 o'clock game and maybe share a couple of thoughts. So if you're out there listening, make sure that you got your notification button on so that you can check us out if we go again later on today, which we probably will at some point. Maybe not for long, but definitely get on for a little bit. Everybody enjoy the rest of your day. It's college football Saturday. It's a slate of games that you don't even have to leave your house. Already get your food and everything ready. So all you got to do is go to your refrigerator and get what you want. So have a good rest of your day, man. And let's go ahead and get on out. Please.
Go Blue.
Nose Nation, baby.
Ain't no Nose Nation.
Nose